There is an incredible invitation for established churches to follow the Spirit into a new future. It can be tempting to focus on all the problems established churches must tackle. Things like organizational ruts, historical barriers, institutional mistrust, and mission drift, and start throwing things at the wall, hoping that something will finally stick. Too many of our churches have Ryan Adams' lyrics tattooed on their heart, where he sings, "I couldn't see the future, I like the past too much." The lure to complacency, survival, and hurry as a response to our dormant imagination has wooed too many established churches into believing that recreating the past is the best pathway to the future. You see, the church needs some remissioners. Remissioners are people called by the Spirit to embrace a movemental ecclesiology and a reproducible discipleship. Remissioners will help their established churches wake up from their theological, emotional, and spiritual slumber into a new day. There is a movement afoot where established church leaders are learning that baptized business practices won't suffice to remission the local church. Instead, remissioners will need to explore core competencies like a spirituality of weakness, which is a leadership that acknowledges its limits and the pathway of the cross, or creative destruction, where churches will find themselves in the life, death, and resurrection story of Jesus and to learn how to put that into practice through disruptive innovation. Then we'll need to practice cultural assessment, where we learn how to exegete our church and exegete our neighborhoods and find the gap between them and where our hopes and dreams are different. Established churches also need to learn how to prune, recognizing that every practice, event, ritual, and tradition and habit shapes us, and we need to learn to ask what needs to be pruned so that our established church can bear fruit again. We'll also learn about tradition innovation, which is holding the past and the future into a creative tension so that we can live more fully in the present. We'll look at ecclesial architecture, which is how are our committees and councils and teams all on-ramps for discipleship and shouldn't be wasted. We'll look at creating shared experiments. We'll utilize experiments as pathways of discovery and fresh imagination. Lastly, we'll look at movemental discipleship, which embraces conflict, practices faithful presence. It's rooted in APEST and fivefold, and engages adaptive leadership that is necessary for the long and slow cultural work of transformation in making disciples in our churches. There are so many challenges for established churches to cultivate a missional presence in their community and discern how to be good neighbors amidst all of the policies and procedures, organizational ruts, and historical barriers. But amidst all of these challenges, this cohort will help you to remission your established church, embracing the best of where you have come from while learning to innovate towards a new future. And if you're interested in joining this cohort, consider checking out the v3movement.org/remissioning and hope that you'll join us in the next cohort.